Hey folks, this is Goodman. We're going to work on, I was just sitting here working on either a shelf elf or it could be an old world Santa Claus. So I just wanted to show how I put eyeballs or the eye sockets and then the eye. It's just a basic eye. Got this little study casting that I've done, but it just shows 3 different eyes. But today I'm just going to show you this little 3-step eye in here, and it's just done with a 1/4 inch U gouge and your knife. Alright, if you're a right-handed carver, what you want to do, a little bit about holding your gouges, because look at this right here. This was made by a 1/4 inch U gouge. I don't wear a glove. I should, but I don't. So what I've learned to do is hold the tool just like so. And if you're a right-handed carver, you want to carve the left side first because it's upside down when you're looking at it. This eye socket could be anywhere. It could be up here. It could be down here. It could be down here. It doesn't matter where it's at. So this is just a good way to start. Notice the thumb placement, and it doesn't have to be a 1/4 inch U gouge, it could be a number 9, just a deep gouge. But just start a little bit with just kind of like that, and the same thing on the other side. This way you can kind of line up to it. And notice the thumb placement there. Thumb, and then this thumb on top of that thumb. This way, this keeps the tool out of hand, whatever. Gives me more control. Notice a little center line inside there starting to develop. So that's in relationship to this center line. So I want to keep working back and forth here. And just a few more swipes of the gouge, and that puts the bridge of the nose right back in line with this area here. So I'm going to look at it, maybe make a few cuts on out here to extend it just a little bit, just like so. So there's your result from the front and your profile. Alright, just wanted to show you a little pencil sharpener technique. If just noticed my pencil wasn't as sharp as it needed to be, so little number 7 gouge, and you got a nice sharp pencil. We're going to draw 3 lines, not 3 lines, we're going to draw 3 dots in this eye right in here. I'm going to start to the left. I'm going to draw a dot at the top, dot at the bottom, and just try to keep it just a faint dot. Just make it dark enough to where you can see it. I notice as I get older it's harder for me to see, so sometimes I have to make these dots darker. So hopefully you can see that. I'd say you ought to be able to see that. Just 3 dots in there, but these are going to be a chip cut from the top, then we're going to come down. So this line is going to be aiming for this dot. This dot is going to be aiming to here. Alright, same way as this cut's going to be angled to here. So enough talking about it, I'm going to show you. I'm going to start on the left side because I'm a right-handed carver, and I'm going to place the knife tip just a bit above that pencil mark. I'm going to put the knife in there just like so. Alright, so that's pretty deep. How deep is that? Pretty deep. You just gotta, this is a good way to practice a chip cut, and the only way you're going to know it is if you do it. Alright, notice how this angle of the blade is headed for that little dot. So that's 2 cuts with the knife. When I get those 2 cuts, I just might as well come in here and get the bottom, put the pencil or the knife a little bit past the pencil mark, and press the knife down into the wood. little bit down in there, straight at you. Alright. Alright, we're always going point to point on these cuts. So we'll lay the point of the knife down in there and turn it towards you to where you can see it. And notice I'm just going to aim toward this other dot. So we've got one dot to go with the chip cut here. I'm going to skip past it a little bit so I don't have to try to carve that off. Skip past it. Skip past that pencil dot. So now we've got three good little startations of a chip cut down in there. Startations. Look that up. Notice that was the relief cut. I'll show you some of the shadow. Alright, so the same thing back up in here. Result. We're going to make one more cut down in here. Not one more just yet, but so there's your other chip cut. You know, turn it around, let you see the result. Turn it around. Okay. I'm also going to make another cut down in here, like so. Uh-oh. Poo-poo happens. Alright, now we're going to take right down the center, and also the center of the eye right here. There's the end result. I'm not done just yet, but I want to do the other side. Get the knife tip. I'm going to skip just a bit above the pencil mark. It's aimed toward the bottom pencil dot. Notice how I used my thumbs. Notice it was down here, and I thought, wait a minute, I've got no control. This knife is wobbly. So what did I do? Now I've got a little bit more stability. Point to point. Knife is aimed toward the second dot, or the other dot. So now we're just going to go from the bottom. It doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you go. As long as you get there. Alright, there's that cut. And all of these little cuts on where you draw the little dot, just go point to point. Notice what I've done there. I'm resting the back of this blade on my thumb. Get whatever you got to do to get control. It's all about control. This is just a real simple eye, you know. There's the other cut. Now we're going to come back on over here. Skip past the little pencil dot if you can. Make that stop cut. We're going to make another stop cut right here. You may notice the action of the knife doing this. So what that's doing is it's rocking the blade and it's allowing that cut to get deeper. But don't go side to side. The knife will not cut side to side. It's meant to cut this way. Alright. So now we're going to go in there with our relief cuts. Let the knife slice back. There's one. Doesn't matter which way you go as long as you get there. 1, 2, and 3. So, alright, now we're going to go through the center with just a little bit of a slight cut in there. And if you see these little nasty fuzzies, I don't know if this camera that I'm using is going to be able to pick it up. So be easy on us out there. We're just using no cheap camera. But anyway, we hope you can pick this up. Just a little bit slight cut in there, you know. That's all you need to get some shadow.